How to unrestrict your highest potential. Hey, Decide Destiny crew, welcome to another Daily Dose. Today we have got Alpesh on the mic. Say hi to the folks, Alpesh.
Hey folks.
Great to have him in the studio. And today we're going to be talking about deciding how to unrestrict your highest potential. So what do you think, because you saw this, the visual,
Yep.
the thumbnail of this before we've done the video, so you actually got a pre-release look at it.
I did.
What did it say to you when you saw that sort of?
Well, they're obviously your grandparents.
Yeah.
That's it,
yeah.
right? And it's when you look back and reflect to your life and go, what have I done? What have I achieved? And you ask questions where suddenly things that used to matter to you don't matter to you anymore because you've realized that, I could have achieved this, that, the other, and that comes back to that potential. So that's why when I saw that, I was like, oh, unrestricting your highest potential. We all have a block in our minds. We all have a pseudo level that we put on to say, this is as far as I can go. I can't go any further than that because, all excuses come out. And unrestricting your highest potential, if you remove that shelf, remove that upper threshold, remove it, then you can help yourself unrestrict it. So a lot of people look at me and they say, oh, look, guy who's got like 5 degrees, wow. How do you go in? Five. How do you go in and go?
Big dog.
Oh, look, it doesn't matter. Like it's all about studying. It's you go in, you do it. Everyone can do it.
One degree at a time.
Yeah.
You're not doing one and thinking about the other after.
No, and that's the thing. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of not restricting your highest potential. I don't think I still have even maximized that side of potential, but there's also a time where you go, well, okay, I've studied this much. I want to put what I want to put into practice.
Implementation.
Correct. But there is no upper threshold. You can have 100 degrees if you wanted to. If you wanted to know about different things and how to do it institutionally rather than learning through through organic learning, which is YouTube and stuff like that. So
which is the modern era.
Correct.
Which is I know photographers, videographers. Obviously, I work with a lot of people in creative space, and the ones that I went to studies with and did the diploma, a lot of them haven't continued on in that space, and the ones that have are the ones that actually taught themselves on YouTube.
Correct.
They went and tried things out. They were out there experimenting. And I think one of the biggest things is probably where the starting point was. So maybe the starting point for the ones that went and did the diploma, hey, we've already got a pre-packaged thing for you.
Yes, a framework, yeah.
Yeah, and you're not quite sure if you want to do this, but here it is.
Yeah.
And the ones that had to go, hey, if you want to learn it, you're going to have to hit the ground, you're going to have to watch videos, you're going to have to go out and trial and error. And they may have more passion and the purpose of, hey, I really want to do this. Sometimes they don't even know, but they're like, I like doing this. This brings me joy. And they just keep hitting the ground and learning. And
probably a more pointed approach. So you've got a more sort of direct approach where you look at it and go, on YouTube, for example, like you said, even with photography, if you were learning about it, you learn the style that you wanted to learn. Like, is it night photography? Is it landscape? Is it people? Is it sports? But you won't necessarily just be shoehorned into that particular thing when you go to university where they teach you everything and then you sort of pick out and choose what you're going to do. So definitely unleashing your getting rid of that threshold, should I say, rather than saying what's my highest potential, is actually saying the highest potential is infinite. We just got to keep going in the passion and where you want to go, and decide that this is where I want to go. Decide your destiny to where you want to go.
We need to get you a shirt, I think.
I know. Do you want to?
Hey, we'll get you on. We'll get you on ordered over 100%. You're representing. So I think I'd like to not disagree, but kind of take it in a different way. I think with what you're saying, 100%. I look at it more kind of going to the limitations first, because we're talking about unrestricting. I think it's really like that mental limitation. That real mental limitation that, you've done good work, you've achieved all these diplomas, you've done all that sort of stuff. But every day you're going to have so many limitations, so many bars, so many things that kind of, and it's just if I had, and that so many of them in your day, and you have to be kind of like a boxer. In every single heartbeat, you have an opportunity to decide your destiny. In every single heartbeat, you have an opportunity to unrestrict your full potential.
Correct.
And full potential, we're not saying, oh, you're just going to get to a location and you're going to be, oh, I've done everything. Like, it's about striving for it and seeing your life change and see, having high regard of who you're becoming. And so with the limitations, you have to meet them because they're going to come into your day.
Yes.
Oh, I woke up half an hour past my thing. Now I'm not going to have enough time. Oh, that's a restriction. No, I don't have enough people in my stuff. That's a restriction. There's not enough good people to hire from. That's another restriction. There's so many restrictions that and limitations that we put on in our day. And we just have to, I think the biggest thing is to change that language, that internal dialogue that you have of why you can't and to how can I? Who do I need to bring in to help me?
Correct.
What information do I need to learn to shortcut this?
Yes.
What do I need to reorganize to prioritize? So
Perfect.
like that's what I look at. It's just like, and I've looked at it more and more lately because I'm like, whoa, like, decide your destiny, being positive, all this sort of stuff. And it's like, oh, people say you're doing lots of but I also have to kind of look at myself and go, wait a minute, I might seem like this, but shit, I'm having those same things. I'm hitting that same wall.
Everyone hits those same walls, and it's that's the thing, is how do you navigate the wall? And that's the difference between someone who's going to go to their true potential is navigating the wall and accepting the current situation as is. So, for example, like you said, I woke up late this morning. Cool. What do I need to do? I need to get to this area. I'll make those phone calls. I'll let the people know that this is what's happening. You've dealt with the situation and you're moving forward, and then you plan the next time and say, look, okay, maybe set 2 alarms this time. And that's what will be the difference. And so navigating or releasing those limitations, or limiting the limitations, should I say, that will really give you that opportunity to really accelerate in your potential, to get to your potential. And your potential, everyone's got an individual potential, and that's another thing that you need to learn is that we all have a different potential. So comparing yourself to someone else is going to reduce you down, and that's a whole other topic in itself. So just to sort of scratch on the surface of that one.
Compare yourself to your former self.
That's it. Just yourself. Compare yourself to yourself.
And to tie us up, or to finish, I'd probably just say, look at a kid. Look at a kid's potential. Look at a kid. Like, how does a kid look at a potential? A kid goes, oh, I want that rock. I'm going to get that rock. I want to climb that tree. I'm going to climb that tree. A kid only starts to think of limitation when a parent commands limitation on the kid. So just watch, just observe, or just think of yourself as a kid. Oh my God, I had this boundless curiosity. I had this excitement for life. I was energizing every single moment of my life with what can I do? Pick up this toy, play with it, work it out, great, next toy. I didn't have these restrictions, these limitations. They were actually taught and kind of carved into my beingness, and so now I have to kind of carve myself into who I want to be, and that's why it's no good to kind of go, I was brought up pretty well, pretty well to do, yet pretty nice middle class, and just think that you're going to somehow have all the things that you want or have a fulfilling life. It's like you got to understand that you were carved a certain way to fit a certain box. And now if you want to get out of that box and go achieve something great or be different or try something different, you're going to have to carve yourself again and retrain that sort of muscle of curiosity.
And exactly what you said, when you think of a child that's about to climb a tree, they lack the fear of what would happen if. And that's why the main goal is, I'll try and climb the tree. If I fall off, I'll deal with the consequences then. And that is what we as we grow older, we increase our fears. We increase our fears. Fears we're going to be lonely. Fears we're going to not be able to achieve this because I'm old now. I can't go to the gym because my knees are going to hurt. Or whatever fears we instill in ourselves. A child will just go, I'm going to the gym. I'm just going to go and run. And then if my knees will hurt, so what?
And look at our current society where we're trying to risk management everything, every number, every percentage, every percentile, down to the last decimal of what we can risk management. And I heard this great line that someone shared with me, and he was talking to someone who I think they were in, maybe it was HR and injury, things like that, and he was saying to guarantee zero risk, you have to be 7 feet under. And I was just like, it's so good. So many people live this life because they think that they're ensuring themselves, I don't have any danger of all these risks, and so they live this life. And it's like, hey, if you want no risk, 6 feet under.
6 feet.
and it just kind of
it brings it all into
intense,
perspective.
I mean,
it does indeed.
I think sometimes you need those intense messages to wake you up.
Yeah, release those fears.
Yeah,
release those fears and let's
unrestrict your greatest potential.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Thanks
for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thanks guys for listening.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, and please leave a comment down below what you enjoyed most out of this video. Obviously follow Alpesh, and we're going to have him on again. It's great to have other people on the Daily Doses. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's always good.
And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny.
Perfect. You got it good.
Oh, man. Right. Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
When we were more than a shade of gray.